Yesterday, another proof that security and stability has not been established and cannot be established in the eastern part of Libya. Another proof that the Transitional Council of the Traitors is not able to lead any sort of local governance or any control in the eastern cities of Libya. Another proof that what is happening in the eastern part of our beloved country is not what NATO and the West are trying to present. Another proof that Libya can only be secure and safe and peaceful under the legitimate control of the national government here in Tripoli. General Abdel Fattah Yunus, who is the military commander of the rebels' forces, was killed with two of his assistants. Their bodies were then burnt, mutilated, and treated with no respect. What I'm going to tell you now is not our interpretation of the events. It is what the people of Benghazi will tell you, because it's the reality of things. Mr. Ismail al-Sallabi, a very famous Al-Qaeda leader, and Mr. Fawzi Bukatif, another famous Al-Qaeda activist, they both arrested General Abdel Fattah Yunus with the help of the Transitional Council of Benghazi, charged him with treason because of the death of hundreds and hundreds of rebels that I told you about last week, those of you who were here, and they accused him of betraying the cause. They knew that a fair trial would be long and that Mr. Abdel Fattah's tribe, a powerful tribe in the east, would intervene and save him. So their only course of action was to kill him immediately. He was shot and his body was immediately disfigured. Mr. Mustafa Abdel Jalil knew about his capture. He admitted that yesterday. Knew about the charges, knew about the arrest. He could not intervene to save the life of the commander of his own army. And these people who took him to trial, took Abdel Fattah to trial, they had no mandate, no legal mandate to take Mr. Abdel Fattah to court. We know very well, as we have always said, that Al-Qaeda is the real power amongst the rebels. They have the most soldiers, they have the training, they have the weapons, they have the faith, a wicked faith, they have the strategies, techniques. They were trained in Afghanistan, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Algeria, in Mali, in Chad. And although they had all of this power, they were afraid that they would be excluded from any political settlement in the future. And they believed that Mr. Abdel Fattah Yunus, with others, were trying to reach some agreement with the West and possibly with the Libyan government away from Al-Qaeda, since Al-Qaeda is so rejected worldwide and cannot be included in a political settlement. Al-Qaeda then wanted to send a clear message to everyone trying to exclude them by killing the commander, the highest military commander amongst the rebels. And no one could save him, not his tribe, not the members of the Transitional Council of Benghazi, and not his own soldiers. Mr. Ismail al-Salabi and Mr. Fawzi Bukatif, they are very well known to the CIA, very well known to the MI6, very well known to all intelligence services around the world. They cooperated with Mr. Abdul Hakim Lahsadi. You should know this name very well. He's a very famous Al-Qaeda commander who is residing mainly in Derna, but goes to fight in the front line and comes to Benghazi frequently. And with Sliman Gummo, who was the personal secretary of Osama bin Laden. We talked about him in previous press conferences. And this, for us, proves that the Transitional Council of Benghazi is not the real power in Benghazi. It's just a face for a very dangerous reality. The West needs to wake up. The United States of America need to wake up. The same organization killing your children, your kids in Afghanistan and in Iraq, they are the ones you are cooperating with in Benghazi. We said this before, you refused to believe us. Now, who can kill the highest military commander in Benghazi? It's only Al-Qaeda who can do that. He is the most powerful person in Benghazi apart from Al-Qaeda commanders. This also proves that the Transitional Council of Benghazi cannot manage matters in the city, cannot establish real politics of a civil society, and that it's prepared to turn a blind eye to the crimes of Al-Qaeda against its own military commander, let alone against normal, ordinary members of the Benghazi society. I would like also to conclude with this. It's now very well known that the rebels, especially Al-Qaeda members, are killing people. They are attacking shops, attacking houses. They are destroying many institutions, organizations. They are reigning with terror and horror in Benghazi. David McCain, is his first name David? McCain. He knows about this. He sent a letter to Mahmoud Jibril stating that. International human rights organizations have indicated that they know very well of the horror and terror in Benghazi and other eastern cities. What we are trying to say today is this: the world needs to wake up. Al-Qaeda exists so powerfully from Mauritania up to the borders of Libya. Now they are very well established in the east part of the country. All they need to do is to have the central government in Tripoli collapse so they can link the crescent of terror together from Mauritania to Egypt and then to Syria and Iraq. You can go forever saying that, oh, the Libyans are trying to play the Qaeda card. But it's being proven every single day. We kill dozens of rebels almost every day in different fronts, and yet they keep coming. No one else goes to death in such a glorious way except Al-Qaeda. We kill 100 of them in El Brega. They attack again the following day. We kill another 100. They attack again. We kill another 100. No one does this except Al-Qaeda, because they believe they are martyrs, and once they are killed, they go to heaven. Other people, normal volunteers, the so-called freedom fighters, they will not have this vigor, this determination, especially against their own people, their own tribes, their own countrymen. It's only Al-Qaeda that goes beyond nationality, beyond language, beyond tribes, and they believe in death and destruction against everyone that says no to them. So the world needs to wake up to this. Otherwise, Europe and the States will pay a very, very heavy price. Al-Qaeda now is even more terrifying. Now, Mustafa Abdul Jalil, Mahmoud Jibril, and all of the others are terrified. Killing Abdel Fattah is a strong mafia-like message to the others. Try to exclude us from your settlement, political settlement, and this is your fate. If we can't do this with Abdel Fattah Yunus, the others are from less powerful tribes and they don't have soldiers with them. If we can't do this to Abdel Fattah Yunus, think what we can do with you. We send our condolences to Mr. Abdel Fattah Yunus's family and tribe, and we hope that this will help many people in Benghazi to understand the reality of the situation they are in and come back to the legitimacy and safety and security of the Libyan government in Tripoli, not stay with the armed gangs of Benghazi.